A lot of men today are growing up without someone to teach them what being a man truly means. No guidance, no compass, just pure confusion. And when there's no father figure or a father to guide you, you start looking for that guidance in the wrong places. And we're starting to see this much more recently, where we're finding a lot of, we're gonna call them father figures, popping up on every type of social media and telling men how they should be. Telling men, okay, this is how being a true man is, this is what you should do, this is what you should be going for and opting for. And this is a big problem because if the next generation of men are built on the wrong premises, on the wrong foundation, then we're always gonna have problems in society. As a man, you should take it as your responsibility to start by fixing what you can. You fix what's in the mirror. Once you fix what's in the mirror, if every single person does that, then we're going to be able to fix all the problems in our society. Change starts with us. So today we're going to talk firstly about the core problem, okay? We're going to call it a vacuum of guidance. There's so many men today that grew up without a strong, healthy, masculine father figure. And whenever I say that, a masculine figure doesn't just mean someone that has abs, that has money, because at the end of the day, these are easy to get things. They're not, of course, they're not very simple to get, but if you follow a specific trajectory, you can get these things. You go to the gym, you learn a skill and sell it. A father who doesn't just provide money, right? This is what we're trying to build. He teaches discipline, self-respect, emotional control, spiritual grounding. He teaches us how to approach women in a way that is very friendly, in a way that is very, very caring and protective, because that's our role as men. And we need to mention how society, especially now, is mocking and downplaying masculinity, treating it like it's something toxic instead of something that needs to be refined. And this is a very valid argument because I'll give an example of women. Women have been at the cost of this patriarchy for a very long time, right? And some women have been hurt by these new generation of men, this new aspect of go ahead, have 50 girlfriends at the same time, ghost everyone and just focus on yourself, step on whoever you have to step to get to your goal. And when the world removes true men, it leaves young men that are lost, that are confused, they're angry, they're hungry for direction. And a man that is angry, a man that is resentful, a man that doesn't know his true purpose and who he is a man that can cause a lot of damage. It takes generations sometimes, generations to fix the mistakes of one man. One bad man was able to destroy multiple generations. When you take away real men, men with faith, men with mercy, men with integrity, you're leaving a big void. And something else is going to fill that void, as we discussed in a past video. So there's two paths for young men nowadays when this guidance is missing. So I'll call them the path one, which is the toxic influence, and path two, which is the idealized escape. Let's start by the toxic influence. Many people, they fall into these people that pretend to offer strength, right? Online influencers, red pill figures, extremist ideologies, people that spew hatred, right? Because they're giving you an emotion that is so easy to give to someone. It's so easy to make someone hate. It's so easy for me to come to a man that is lost and tell him, look, the reason you don't have a job is because of that person. It's because of these people. And it's so easy to do that because these men are already feeling anger through not having a job, through not making enough money, through not having a girlfriend. So it's very easy to weaponize that anger. So we see that these people, they tend to tell these young men, don't care about anyone, be ruthless, step on others to win. Whatever you have to do, it's you against everyone. If you help someone, you're just making them, giving them the opportunity to be better than you. And it feels so powerful, right? Because when you've been so weak for so long, it's so easy to have a new emotion to cover up that weakness. It's so easy for me to say, you know what, I don't have the body that I want because of the government, that they're putting weird stuff in our food. Whether that be the case or not, it's so easy to not take accountability. And as a man, as a good man, you will always take responsibility. You will always take accountability over what you can change. And whatever you can change, you have a responsibility to do that for yourself. And And I promise you, this feeling of power, of powerful emotions that you get, it's all a lie. Power without principle only creates more broken men. If I give you this power and you didn't earn it in a way, or don't know why you're having it and why you're harnessing it, it's only gonna make you more and more of a broken person. As we discussed, the more there's a difference between who you pretend to be and who you actually are, the more there's a delta between these two, the more you're gonna feel extremely, extremely broken on the inside. You're gonna feel like there's a hole in your soul. That kind of strength that we discussed that is being given by these toxic influencers is just pain dressed up as confidence. Because it's very easy, right? It's very easy for me to say, oh, I don't have a girlfriend because women are horrible people. They always cheat. I could say the same thing about men. I could say the same thing about everyone else. Any sort of problem in your life, your brain is a confirmation tool. Your brain is always going to confirm what you want in your brain. If you're genuinely believing that, oh no, I'm not going to take accountability, I'm failing because of external things, your brain is going to show you the right proof and you're going to believe it because you're going to trust your brain. Now we're going to discuss the idealized escape, the second path. We're seeing that when there's a lack of father figures, when there's this bankruptcy of father figures, people are running towards heroes. Superman, Batman, Goku, the Prophet, peace be upon him, Jesus, the companions. I promise you, every single time that we are facing a lack, we can see it so clearly by people and how they're reacting to these heroes. These are models of courage, justice, purpose. But they can also be very distant, right? Because they're not guiding you personally. I'll give you an example. I remember when I watched the Superman movie, when I walked out of the movie, I felt this sense of hope, right? I felt this sense of, if Superman, this very strong person, was able to be kind, help people, believe in people, then I can do that too, right? Because as men, we always want to look up to something. We crave role models because we were made to look up to something, to look up to an example. And it's so important to choose the right examples in your life. So that's why I'm going back on these examples and the importance of having a good role model in your life, a father figure that genuinely teaches you kindness. Because once again, Andrew Tate says a lot of stuff that are right for business, for strategy, but I promise you, a real man isn't a man that is afraid to cry, to be vulnerable. True, of course, everything can be weaponized. At the end of the day, you can open up to the wrong person, they can weaponize that against you. But you wouldn't have this problem because you need to be the role model for your own self. And I keep saying this, that every single change in life and in society that you want to perceive starts in the mirror. You do believe that, for example, all women are horrible people. You are attracting who you are on a deeper level, on the subconscious level. If you keep finding the wrong women and going out with them, of course you're going to think that all women are horrible. Yet we all have amazing mothers, right? Amazing sisters, amazing female friends. They're all proof that is not true. And it's the same thing. You're going to find eventually someone that you're going to be able to open up to not feel this prejudice with your emotions. And as a man, it's so important to understand emotional intelligence. And being good with your emotions doesn't mean just analyzing your emotion, understanding them, or being intellectualizing your emotions. Not at all. Sometimes as a man, the most courageous thing you can do is just sit down and cry. Sometimes as a man, life is going to beat you down so bad that you have no other option than to sit down and cry. As a man, you should be confident enough in yourself to say, you know what? I will cry. It's okay. I'm a man. And I know I'm not less of a man because I did this, right? This is the importance of a father figure. A good father will sit down with his son while he's crying and let him know that it's not the end of the world. Let him know, I'm here for you, right? He won't tell him, oh, you're less of a man because you're crying, or you're less of a man because you feel anxiety or you feel all these emotions. A good man doesn't act on emotion, but understands it and welcomes it into his life. You're not going to make all your decisions just from emotional standpoints and point of views, but however, you're going to calmly let it flow in you. If you didn't have a father figure, I understand, but you can still become the man you needed to be. The world doesn't need more angry men, it needs grounded men of faith, mercy, purpose. If you want to fix society, as I said, start by fixing the man in the mirror. And I promise you, once you do that, you're going to start noticing the quality of your life going up. You're going to notice that everything's playing in your advantage. And even if it doesn't, you're confident enough that you are such a man that it's okay. If I fall, I will pick myself up. It's okay. Every single rep, every single gym session, every single MMA practice, every single time I cry, every single time I journal, every single time I pray to God and cry, every single time I do my work when I don't feel like it. All these things, that is you being your own role model. That is all bringing you closer to the man you have to be and you will become. Maybe God didn't give you a father to look up to because he wanted you to become one, to learn it from the ground up, to read philosophy, to read religion. Because true masculinity isn't about power. It has never been the case. It's about protection, presence, peace. And if I were to leave you with one single point before I finish this video, be calm with yourself. Building the man that you're seeing in the mirror without guidance is a very difficult task. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna hurt people. You're gonna sometimes do stuff that doesn't align with who you think you are. Sometimes you're gonna break your own value. Sometimes you're gonna break your own moral code. And that's the importance of having very good role models around you. In the age of social media, we get to choose them. Be very careful with what you're watching. Be very careful to understand that you don't have to be resentful. You don't have to hide your pain behind strength. Embrace it. Embrace every single part about being a human. Thank you so much for hearing this little video. This is a subject that has so much importance to me because it's, I believe, our purpose. Our purpose is to become the man that we never had in our life to guide us and to guide other men. Help your brothers, help people around you. Every single time you can help someone, you have, I'll say, make it your moral obligation to help them. Thank you so much once again, and I'm gonna catch you in the next video, hopefully soon.